Today in the Chokeslam Wrestling Report, we are going to be talking about WrestleMania heading to Saudi Arabia. And if you look at the picture on your right-hand side of your screen, you're going to see that how many people like this announcement that was made this week. Only 5,000 people gave the thumbs up. 32,000 gave it a thumbs down. We're going to be talking about that and what was said in the live feed and how much the fans reacted to this. We are live. We're going to be talking about this. So stand by.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to another episode of the Chokeslam Wrestling Report. We are live. This is episode 262, and as you can see in the top, we're talking about WWE fans being forced to go overseas to see WrestleMania 43 in 2027. And a lot of people are pissed off about this because this is affecting a lot of people in the United States who is going to travel to Saudi Arabia in 2027 and whatnot. And I mean, you saw, and I'm going to put it up again so you guys can see that on the day that this announcement was made, as you can see, the Undertaker in the bag, you see Liv Morgan. A lot of people are not happy about this. 5,000 people gave this a thumbs up. 32,000 gave it a thumbs down, right? So with that being said and whatnot, you had to see the live feed. People were calling WWE a sellout. People in the UK were pissed off because they're saying, how in the world are you picking Saudi Arabia first before the UK and whatnot? Because, I mean, the thought process back then was WWE is going to take WrestleMania to UK because AEW had gone to the UK to do the all-in, and they made, I think it was 82,000, 90,000, whatever it was. And WWE was going to make a move where they were going to take WrestleMania to the UK. Well, apparently that's not the situation that's going on right now. People were saying that this was going to happen. I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't think they was going to come that soon because already 2026. And again, this was one of my, if you guys have gone to my channel, I did a couple of weeks a story of Sami Zayn getting pushed by WWE. And the reason I said the reason they doing that is because Sami Zayn is going to end up winning the Royal Rumble at the Royal Rumble in 2026 next year. And then he'll might go for the world title and he may get a push. And this is the only reason they're doing that. Now we got announcement that they're going to Saudi Arabia in 2027. And instead they're going to, instead of them going to maybe to New Orleans, to New York, they're taking it to Saudi Arabia. Now, a lot of people are pissed off at the fact that, that now people got to travel across the world to go see WrestleMania. Now, this is in 2027. Now, the economy today here in the United States is not that great. And now they're talking about taking a show that's been in North America for the last 40 plus years and taking it across the pond to, I guess to impress the Saudi government over there and whatever. But, the announcement was made by, on, I think it was Thursday or Friday, where, you saw members of the WWE, and, the partnership that they have with the General Entertainment Authority, the GEI, from those people from Saudi Arabia, on behalf of Turki Alalshikh, today announced that the Riyadh season will host WrestleMania 43 in 2027 in Riyadh, marking the first time that culture phenomenon will be staged outside of the North America. Now, people are pissed. And like I said, people in the UK are pissed because at the end of the day, if you think about it, you just decided to pretty much, like I say, sleep with the devil, because Saudi Arabia has been said to be called, with WWE has been called the blood money and whatnot. Well, old on this situation with that journalist back a couple of years ago, and then people have been saying it. WWE is in bed with the devil. And the way I'm looking at all this is not a surprise to me, to be honest with you, because TKO and Ari Emanuel, I think that's his name. This guy has a big dealing with the Saudi government, because the UFC goes out there, the boxing top ranks. Tonight's match between Crawford and Canelo is by TK. Is it TK Top Ranks, whatever it's called? And those guys are run by. I'm having issues here with the Wi-Fi. I'm looking dead at it. Let me know, guys, if I'm freezing or anything, because I don't know why my stuff is acting up now. But how you call it? But with that being said, those guys run the boxing business right now. You know what I'm saying? Those guys are running the boxing business. They're dealing with the WWE. They're dealing with the TKO. So, fans now are pissed, because now how are they going to travel to Saudi Arabia to go see WrestleMania, where the Saudi Arabia right now, the whole Middle East is in it's a hot spot. There's always stuff going in there. There's wars going on. There's always political stuff going on. So let's say that the week of WrestleMania, something happens, some worldwide event and whatnot, and now they can't fly in. Either they can't fly in, or after WrestleMania something happens that after WrestleMania and they can't fly out. What are they going to do? I mean, it doesn't make no sense to me that you guys are taking out WrestleMania out of the North America to please a government who right now, people are even saying it, these people don't know nothing about wrestling. These are the same people that wanted to see Yokozuna versus Andre the Giant a couple of years ago. Two guys who've been dead for years. Okay? Now they're talking about that the Saudi government wants to see The Rock versus Roman Reigns, or The Rock versus Cody. Why? Why are we getting that? Or why are they even thinking about that? I mean, Triple H went as far as that, this is going to be a superstardom event or whatever. They want Stone Cold Steve Austin to come. I mean, what's going on here? What is going on? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. When you got people who want events and have no idea about wrestling talking about, I want this match.
Bruh.
Are you serious? You know what I'm saying? Are you serious? Trying to get matches that, I think I even read something about they want the Ultimate Warriors to come.
Stop it. Get some help.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how these WWE has kneeled down to the Saudi government and whatnot and taken out one of their biggest shows, not one of the best, the biggest show, and taking it out of the United States to take it to Saudi Arabia and whatnot. And WWE right now, listen, and I've been saying this for weeks and whatnot. WWE right now, they're not even concentrating on the storylines. They're not. Reports came in before I did this podcast today that Andrade has left WWE. Now, you have to ask yourself, what has Andrade done since he came back from AEW? He has done nothing. He was in SummerSlam. He was in some the tag team, the ladder TLC tag team or whatever it was. But he hasn't done anything. He came back for what? He came back because at that time, Charlotte, his wife at the time, was there. And he wasn't happy in AEW and whatnot. And he was having some banger matches at AEW, but I guess he wasn't happy. He had that mindset that most of these WWE wrestlers go to AEW, that they're bigger than the company, when in reality, you're not. You know what I'm saying? So now Andrade has left and whatnot. They haven't done nothing with Piper Niven. Another one, waste of talent. And as of last night, again, why are we seeing Nia Jax again in the title picture? This woman has gotten more title shots than I don't know what. Every time I turn around, she's in the title picture. And then we have Tiffany Stratton against Jade Cargill. Why? To have that type of match again? It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Now, with WrestlePalooza coming next week, if you really think about it, I mean, that's not an exciting pay-per-view. Now, you're going to come and say, oh, well, AEW suck too. Okay. That's your opinion. But the way I'm looking at it and the way I've been saying this for almost a year. WWE has not done anything when it comes to storylines. They don't. Their storylines are not on point right now. As of last night in Worlds Collide, they gave the belt, they gave the Mega Championship to Dominic Mysterio to walk around with 2 belts. Why? I thought that it was stupid to be walking around with a bunch of belts. Remember that, guys? Remember that? When you guys say, oh, Mercedes Moné got too many belts, but now you got Dominic with 2. Come on. Make it make sense. The way I look at it, make it make sense. You can't say something about another one promotion, but somebody else is going to do it right now. And right now, with Dominic winning the Mega Champion in AAA, pretty much AAA is dead. Because the starting of WWE changing shit according to WWE way started last night. Okay? It started last night. And many of you remember, oh, no, that's not true. But listen, they did the same shit to TNA. Who is the world champion right now in TNA? Trick Williams, where he is from, NXT. WWE owns NXT. Why is the world champion not from TNA? So AAA and TNA has gotten the same treatment that we just saw with TNA and AAA, which means wrestlers from outside of TNA and AAA who are not really, they're not really AAA or TNA guys, got the belts. Okay. And then you don't expect people to react. And what I'm seeing is funny because we're seeing a lot of these so-called journalists talking about they are tired of seeing fake outrage. Fake outrage, why? It's fake outrage to you because you're the damn WWE mark and whatnot, and you don't see the problem here. WWE's raising prices on their shows, raising prices on their merch and whatnot. And I don't want to hear the tariffs. I don't want to hear none of that. I mean, New Japan, if you go get your shirt from New Japan, they're going to cost you $55 because I just went to Toko shop and a shirt costs $55 coming from Japan. But here, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. They're raising prices. They don't care. WWE doesn't care. All they're caring right now, they're too focused on trying to be everywhere. And I've been saying this for over a month. And that is, they're too busy worrying about AEW and trying to find ways for the AEW not to succeed. This is what they're doing. But little while they're doing that, they're messing up when it comes to storyline. Their storylines are not on point. It's the same bullshit ass matches right now. Why is Cody challenging Drew McIntyre when it's supposed to be the other way around? Drew McIntyre is supposed to be challenging the world champion, not the world champion challenging a challenger. What kind of stupid thing is that? Okay, and it's facts, and whatnot. So it's crazy. It's crazy when you see it and you think about it. How WWE is now worrying about making money. I mean, they're always worrying about making money and not caring about the fans. But do I feel sorry for the WWE fan base? No, I don't. I don't, because you know why? Because the same people that are complaining about this right now are the same people that's still going to go buy the $400, $500 title belts. Same ones that are going to be buying stupid outfits. Same ones who's going to be buying tickets and going into these arenas with these belts thinking they wrestlers and acting up a fool in the crowd and whatnot, doing chops on each other. The same one they're complaining are the same one that's still going to do all this. They're the same one they're going to go to these shows in March where I forgot the name, the big event, and spend $100 on signing pictures with wrestlers from WWE and getting, you know, all this signatures and pictures and all that. Those are the same people complaining. Me, for one, if I don't support a promotion, I'm not gonna go take pictures with these people. Or if I don't like a wrestler, or I'm not supporting a wrestler, I'm not gonna go take a picture. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? This week alone, I had a situation with a wrestler because of his political views and whatnot. I had to cut him off. You know what I'm saying? I had to cut him off because some people just like talking nonsense and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the same people that complain about what's going on in WWE, you still support this. You've been supporting this for years, and you can't get mad. And then you're talking about, oh, I hope AEW dies. I hope any other company dies. It's only WWE. But then when that happens, oh, you're still complaining about it. You're still complaining about, oh, you know, oh, WWE is doing this, WWE is doing that. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you can't complain about something if you're supporting it. You're supporting it. You know what I'm saying? I stopped watching WWE stuff, like the shows, after Brock Lesnar came back. That showed me where the company's mindset is at. You bring a guy back who's been allegedly accused of trying to have sex with a woman who was being trafficked all over the place, even though people are going to say, oh, but his name was not mentioned. He's a UFC champion. How stupid can you be not know that the WWE had a UFC champion? It was Brock Lesnar. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I stopped supporting WWE, and I said, you know, I'm not even going to bother. Now, you could ask me the question, what you going to see on September 20th, WrestlePalooza or AEW All Out? I'm watching AEW All Out. And I don't care what you think. If you think I'm a mark for AEW, I know when I see good wrestling. Okay, if New Japan had a show on the 20th, I'm watching New Japan. I'm not going to sit there and waste my time watching first of all, a Brock Lesnar versus John Cena for the 20th time. And I'm not going to be sitting there watching AJ Lee and CM Punk versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. Because if anything, like I said last week, that whole storyline is a backwards. They took that out from a 2019 feud, which Baron Corbin and I forgot her name, the blonde chick, whatever her name is. You know what I'm saying? And they reversed it. You know what I'm saying? So why I want to watch another wrestling match between CM Punk and, you know, and Seth Rollins? Why? How many matches are they going to have? They have been having cage matches. They had a 3-way. They had a 4-way. They had a, you know, now they're going to have another match, you know, intergender match. What other match? Why am I going to see a CM Punk versus Seth Rollins again? Why? That makes no sense. That doesn't make no sense. So, you know what I'm saying? Guys, before I continue, subscribe to our channel for the latest updates and news. Hit the notification bell for new uploads and hit that thumbs up like button to help our channel. Also, if you have any question during our live stream, and we will try to answer them during our shows. So with that being said, let's continue on and whatnot. So yeah, so this is my take when it comes to that WrestleMania, you know what I'm saying, 43 situation. Again, we don't know how the economy is going to be from here from now to 2027. Who's going to be able to travel? Will you be able to get your visa? It's a lot of nonsense. So the way our government is being run now is it's a lot of nonsense. You don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, I'm going to see it on home. Well, yeah, I mean, I'll watch it from home. I'm not traveling. But that takes away the people that will travel within the United States to go see WrestleMania. And somebody said it best. Who's going to go to Saudi Arabia for a weekend to do what? Ride camels? To do what? Not gonna be you, and then you gotta watch what you do, what you say in those countries, because you can't have that United States mentality and don't think that these people won't lock you up for. Anyway, guy's throwing garbage on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So it just makes no sense. To me, it makes no sense. Why would WWE allow, a matter of fact, why didn't you give it to the UK? The UK people are waiting for WrestleMania, God knows how long and whatnot. When was the last time that they had a big show in the UK? And if I remember, the one that's running into my head right now is the 1992 SummerSlam when Bret Hart beat Davey Boy Smith. That's the one that's running to my head. There may be others, but right now, I'm telling you, they're gonna lose fans. I'm saying it right now. A lot of people saying, "Oh, people are complaining, but they're still gonna watch him." Yeah, it comes to a point when you push people's button. You push people's button, and people get fed up. People are gonna be like, "Well, why am I gonna waste money doing this when this company doesn't care?" You know what I'm saying? The only ones that'll probably still support this are the trolls. They're the ones that don't know better. You know what I'm saying? The ones that live with moms in the basement. And yeah, I'm going to say it. Are probably the ones that are going to support this shit. But honestly, if you think about it, most people are fed up. Most people are fed up with the WWE. WWE doesn't care. Right now, WWE's mindset is try to get somewhere where we could stream our content. TKO is messing up WWE. A lot of people are saying that. Ari Emanuel is messing up WWE. They're running it like if it's a UFC. They're running like it's let's say it's more sports-like, but they're running. And look what they did. Look what they're doing. They're counting programming AEW. And this is why last week I said that what Tony Khan did last week was a smart move. Don't get into it. Don't try to go compete with WWE. But they want to go at 7 o'clock. Give them the 7 o'clock slot. You know what I'm saying? You go do it at 3 o'clock. You still got a fan base. And all you're doing is just motivating the AEW wrestlers to compete and perform good. You know what I'm saying? Let WWE continue to try to, get all these streaming and all that, because at the end of the day, the only ones that they're not going to be able to even get in is Fox, because they already had a deal with Fox for 3 years, and Fox pretty much kicked them out of the channel. Like, we not signing no more. We're done with y'all guys. And AEW could go down the line and say, hey, I feel like doing a third show. Like, I forgot what was the name of the show. There was Shockwave. Because that was up in the talks back a couple of years ago, before all this last year's TV deals and all that. They were talking about AEW doing a third show called Shockwave. The question is, where are you going to put it at? What day? Because if you think about it, we get wrestling almost 7 days a week. We got Raw on Monday, NXT on Tuesday, Dynamite on Wednesday, TNA on Thursday, SmackDown on Friday, AEW Collision. So you got all these shows. Now my question is, if AEW was supposed to do a third show and whatnot, because WWE is trying to stop them from getting a new TV deal, and let's say they go to Fox Sports, what day would they put it? You can't put it on a Sunday, because that's not going to work and whatnot. Because then NFL season comes, nobody's going to watch AEW Shockwave on a Sunday. Saturday you got Collision. So unless they do, I don't know. Honestly, I don't think they should put Collision on a Saturday anyway, but it is what it is. But again, my point and the whole point of this podcast and this episode is about people are being forced to go overseas to go watch WrestleMania 43 for 2027. Again, the question is how the economy is going to be in the United States for people to travel across Saudi Arabia and whatnot, and how the Middle East is going to be, because that's a hot spot. A couple of what? I think the Night of Champions was the one that I think they almost suspended because there was issues with Israelis and the Israelis and something else, and that area is a hot spot. So, I don't know. And in a way, they kind of did New Orleans too, because New Orleans was supposed to get it next year, the WrestleMania 42. and they dissed them to put it again in Vegas. Think about it. Saudi Vegas. Pretty much. Yeah, I won't be surprised. And by 2029, the Saudi owns WWE. Own like 49% of WWE. I won't put it past them. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody talking about Triple H cooking, Triple H making more enemies than ever. Again, during the press conference, when they're announcing this, you saw on Twitter and everywhere else, sold out. You sell out. You are sellout. So WWE sold out to the Saudi Arabians. And Triple H is never in the office. He's always doing some announcement, or he's hanging out, or he's in an Indiana Pacer game. He's never home, or he's never at the office. At least the old man was always in his office and whatnot. And this is probably why McMahon took NXT away from him, because he saw him not putting an effort. He put the effort, but he probably knew down the line that his ideas were going to run out. You know what I'm saying? And the question is WWE better off now with them not expanding the storylines, or when McMahon was around? He used to rinse and repeat his shit, but nothing right now. This is what Triple H is doing. He's doing the same thing that the old man was doing. Rinse and repeat. So, let me know, guys. Let me know what you think about this. WWE fans are forced to go overseas. Is this a good idea? Are they going to lose fans? I have a feeling they're going to lose fans. There's no way. You're not going to increase fans with what you're doing right now with the WrestleMania. And then the tickets right now, everything else is all the way up. Tickets are expensive. The apparels are expensive. You know what I'm saying? WWE shop, if you go look at everything's like $34, $40 for a shirt. It's crazy. It is crazy. But, and again, WWE championships, they used to cost $300, $200, or actually $300, now $500, $600. I saw some bullshit there. I don't remember what it was. They wanted $4,000 for the shit. I forgot what it was, but it was a wrestling thing. And I'm like, what? Are you high? But there's always a stupid one that will go and spend $4,000 just to say, oh, I have it. It's not worth it, dog. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? WWE has to do better. You know what I'm saying? They got to, the people that's been supporting them for years, most of them have left and whatnot. And they're going to keep losing more people. You know what I'm saying? And then they're going to be lying of attendance, because they're going to be lying. They're going to be lying. And that's why, in a way, I feel like they're really, really trying to get rid of AEW, or doing everything they can, because they know AEW's, AEW got its faults. I could be right here and tell you AEW has its fault. And right now they kind of little messed up, because there are three of the top talents are hurt. So that's going to affect it. But everybody, they got talent that can step up. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna do what they gotta do. And Tony Khan did the right thing when it came to not even trying to battle WWE and WrestlePalooza, because they're gonna shoot themselves in their own foot. WWE's gonna shoot their own self in the foot with this move, with the WrestleMania 43 move. Saudi Arabia, are you kidding me? And my question is it gonna be 2 days? That's my thing. Is it gonna be a 2-day thing? Or it's just going to be one big giant, and they're going to be asking for Steve Austin to come. For what? For what you want Steve Austin to come? And they're talking about The Rock, and I doubted The Rock is going to come, because The Rock is doing movies right now. You're saying they want Roman Reigns versus The Rock, or The Rock versus Cody. So you're saying is you were expecting Cody to hold the belt all the way till now, so all the way next WrestleMania, when Cody right now, he beat John Cena, who he has defended the belt against. Again, and what I saw last night as far as storyline concerned, why is Cody challenging a challenger? And why is Nia Jax again in the world title picture? Why? Because they're not pushing the women's division. Okay, Julia, what happened to Julia? She wins the United States Championship. What happened to Julia? Julia, I loved her when she was in Stardom. Great talent. What WWE has done? Nothing. And if you think that Stephanie Vaquel is going to be Io Sky on WrestlePalooza for the vacant women's championship, that's not happening. Okay, because right now, from what I'm hearing, she is trying to learn English. So how much English does she know? I don't know. I really don't know. So that is it for me, guys. If you guys want to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, the X, YouTube, especially YouTube, guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get 500 subscribers. 500 subscribers. If for those who don't have time to go to YouTube and watch the this episode, that this episode will be on audio in a couple of hours through Spotify, Apple, and any other, even Amazon Music, any other podcast, audio podcast that you guys likes to listen to. So there's a lot of ways to listen to me and whatnot. So I'm all over the place. So guys, support the podcast, support the YouTube channel, you support the audio podcast, which I'm going to be like again started this week doing. Also, we're also in Rumble. If you guys, any of you guys have Rumble, check that out too. I got my audios, my videos there. Again, we're live, and I do most of my stuff live. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know. Leave me your comments, your thoughts, your feedback on the comments about WWE forcing fans to go overseas to watch WrestleMania 43 for 2027. And, let me know. Until then, guys, I will see you next week. Next week, I'll do a Sunday show because All Out is at 3:00, unless I'll do the All Out review afterwards. But I might do something during the week, talking about All Out, whatever. So, but most likely I will be doing it All Out on Sunday and whatnot. The fallout of All Out and my thoughts on that. I don't know if I'm going to cover WrestlePalooza. I highly doubt it. So, because I'm going to be too busy trying to get my podcast ready for All Out. So, we'll see what happens. Until then, guys, be safe, and I'll see you guys next week.